It is Tarot Thursday on the Daily Spell. This is Reverend Mary Hawk, and my special guest for the evening is Reverend Brian. And thank you so much for joining me again.
Yay! I love Tarot Thursday. It's my favorite day of the week. I mean,
Mine
Thursday is my
too.
favorite day of the week. Tarot is an everyday thing. So,
Well, yeah. Well, I do tarot every day, but I don't go live and read for people every day. That's what makes Tarot Thursday special. Thanks for joining us. And thank you for everyone who is watching us. Go ahead and post a comment if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube and say hi. If you've got a question, we'll be happy to do a 3-card draw for you. And while we're waiting on the questions, I am so excited. We are counting
hi
down
Renee.
to, hey, Renee, we are counting down to the Parliament of World's Religions.
Happy dance.
Happy Dance. And we will be covering that live here on Pagan World TV. Hey, Raven.
I have a strange question. Are we doing Tarot Thursday while we're in Parliament?
You know, that is a very good question. And I don't have the answer yet.
I always have my
Uh,
laptop, so I'd be down.
well, I will have my laptop and I will have tarot cards. And I think it's really going to depend on what we have going on Thursday night. But that is a
Just
good
keep me
question.
posted.
And Renee wants to know if she's going to have any surprise guests at my birthday party.
Was that an
Okay,
invitation?
Renee, are these welcome surprise guests?
It's gonna
Just
say.
to narrow it down a little, but we can ask that question.
All right, we're gonna pull some cards. Oh,
Hey, Amanda, good to see you.
oh, hello.
Okay, welcome, surprised guests.
So much preferred to have specificity.
Yes.
I'm gonna just do one for this one for you, Renee. So obviously, 10 of Cups, yeah. Welcome guests. Do you have any family members that you haven't seen in a while that maybe either live close-ish by? I mean, I'm in New York City, so everybody is close-ish by, but that's the word ish and close are you know deviate depending where you live. Um, but I think you'll have at least folks you want to see.
You come up with strength.
Hmm.
So I'm going to say it's going to be an interesting party.
Party.
So when is this birthday party you keep asking us about, Renee?
I was gonna say I thought her party was last week.
Saturday, August the 5th. So next Saturday. All right. Well, we want to hear all about it.
Next Thursday, I will be at the Pink concert.
Ooh, well, that sounds wonderful.
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody else have a question for us? And meanwhile, keep tuned to Pagan World TV from August 13th, when there will be the parade, through August 18th. For live reports, we will have official press credentials. We will be going live and covering as much as we can, as well as doing interviews. And I've never been to Chicago before.
I told you. Pizza casserole. We're gonna go find it.
Yes, pizza casserole. So I have celiac disease and I cannot tolerate very much wheat, gluten, really. It's
You can eat
gluten
the
I can't.
cheese and the sauce off the top and just hand me the crust.
Yeah, that could work too. So Brian is wanting Chicago style deep dish pizza, and I said I would go with him if we could find some place that could do a crustless pizza for me. And he said, "You mean pizza casserole?" So yeah, we're going to find him deep dish and me pizza casserole. And we'll even report live on that.
I feel like we should. I feel like that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, that is a fantastic idea.
All right. Let's see here. Oh,
Okay,
congratulations
Amanda.
on your new job.
Yes, congratulations. So let's see what your potential for growth is.
Ooh, I got my first Mary of the night.
What do you mean?
Queen of Swords.
Oh,
That's all I think about now when I see this card. All right. Let's pull 3 cards. So the first card is the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like in this new position, you have some skills that you won't need to learn. So there is the potential for growth as long as you're, willing to learn either new skills or refresh on old skills that you've previously used. I also pulled, like I said, the Queen of Swords, which, being honest about the things you don't know and the things that you do know is going to be helpful so that your manager or your whoever you supervises you can be more direct and honed in on what you actually need to learn and not so much the refresher stuff, as long as you feel confident enough. But I also pulled the Five of Swords, which is sort of like accepting the challenges ahead of you, but in the Rider Waite there are 5 swords, but 2 of them are being held and 1 of them is face down, and then 2 of them are on the ground. So don't pick up more or less work than you think you can handle just so that you can make, more money and grow higher up in the position. So that is all to say there is potential for growth, but slow growth.
all right. So my first card is the Seven of Lamps. And here we have a woman standing in the water under the light of the moon. And it's about cleansing, and lamps refer to our spiritual side, which is interesting in relation to your question. But I am going to say it's about coming into the new situation ready to learn. We also have the Nine of Lamps. And with the 9 energy, it's talking about looking forward and looking again, I'm just seeing the need to learn and grow. And finally, we've got the Prince of Swords. So again, we got sword energy going on here. And the idea that there's going to be some struggle involved. And I'm going to pull one more card. And our friend Strength is back. So you're equal to the task. There is potential for growth here, but you are going to have to work at it. So I hope that's helpful, Amanda.
I've had one particular stalker card a lot recently. I don't know if you've had that often.
A stalker card?
You know, one that comes up repeatedly.
Yeah, sometimes, the cards are affected by the astrological happenings going on around us.
Oh, of course.
So, and we just had the Lionsgate today.
Yes. Well, also Venus just began her retrograde in Leo. So funny you should say that because my Mars and my Venus, by the way, are all in Leo, as well as my South Node. But yes, I've been pulling the Emperor for about 5 days straight now.
Have you now?
Yep.
A lot of legal stuff coming up for you recently, or?
Well, some, but more. It's probably to do with some of the authority stuff that's going on at my job. I've taken on a new position of work within my program, and also like it's the start of a new fiscal year, so I'm just taking on more of those responsibilities.
Yeah, I can see that with the Emperor. Okay. Anybody else got a question for us?
We rock, Mary. Yay.
Yay. Thank you, Amanda. Come on. Do our little rock dance.
Every time somebody says you rock, I think of the West Wing episode where somebody says Bartlett rocks, therefore America rocks. And Josh Lyman goes, but he really doesn't that much.
Well, it's a slogan.
Yes, I know. It just that's what I think of when someone tells me that we rock.
We rock.
Okay. Where's my friend Hella? I haven't heard her this evening.
Hell, she just kind of made a noise. Actually, a dear friend of ours who's coming into town to help us move showed up today. We were expecting him tomorrow, but he decided to leave early and not tell us till he just showed up tonight, and he made friends with Hella and wore her out.
Oh, well, go Hella, go.
So she is actually laying down here pretending to be a dead dog now.
Well, that's nice.
Yes, everybody else went out to eat. Instead of going out to eat, I'm here doing Tarot Thursday.
Well, someone's got to do it.
Exactly. Someone's got to do it. So, has anyone else got a question for us?
Since we're here. Oh, I do
have
get a new
card ready to go.
You want to see?
What's that?
It's the Kawaii Tarot.
Okay.
Think of it like bubblegum pop cute tarot.
All right.
Something you would let your grandchildren use.
I saw that and I thought I would lose that to the younger grandkid.
Oh, I know. I that's exact. But tell me this is not cute. The Six of Cups.
Oh, that's absolutely adorable.
Right. The moon is literally the moon.
Aw.
So it's something I can use when my niece and nephew want me to play with my cards in front of them and not scare them to death. Look at the chariot. Look.
Oh my goodness.
See? It's tiny human friendly. Like
It is tiny and
you
human
can't even be
friendly.
scared of the hangman. What's a card that's traditionally scary? Let's look for that one.
What about the tower?
Okay, let's look. Oh yeah. Does that look scary to you?
No, no, that does not look scary to me at all.
So
All
I
right,
think.
what about death?
Oh, I just saw that one.
Oh, it's a smiling skeleton.
Yep.
Thank you, buddy, Hella. It's okay, Hella. Hush.
Like even the devil card.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss
Okay.
Bella.
And there's more. So does anyone else have a question they'd like us to answer?
Or if you want to see a cute tarot card, just tell me in the chat which one you want to see and I'll pull it out.
Yeah, well, can you find the Queen of Swords?
Of course I can. Let's see. Wands. Swords. Swords. 9, 10. Page. Knight. Aha. It's a pip deck, so they're not.
Ah,
Oh, the magician's.
okay, we got a question.
Wait,
I haven't spoken to my brother in a few years. Is he okay?
all right.
Okay, Lynn, just a moment here. So the first card I've got is the Seven of Swords. And this is talking about being in a very stressful situation, some sort of a uphill battle, basically. It's not a lost cause, but it's going to take a lot of hard work and dedication to get through it. But then I have the Nine of Cups, which is sometimes called the wish card. And it means be careful what you wish for because you will get it. And so you need to have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind working together And finally, I get the Ten of Pentacles, which means having everything you need in the material realm. So I would say your brother is in a reasonably good position at this point, even though he has had struggles.
So I pulled the Knight of Wands, which is about being brave and facing, what you're facing head on. But I also pulled the Moon, which is about illusion and sort of those darkness and behind the shadows. Um, and I also pulled the Five of Cups, which is about grief. So I feel like your brother is, for the past couple years, has just been taking some time to reflect or possibly do his own shadow work and healing. And he just needs that space. So I feel like he's fine. He's just needed some time away to focus on himself and his healing process. And when he's ready, he'll reach out. He's just not there yet.
Okay. Well, I hope you find that to be useful, Lynn. Hello, Elle. And
Hello.
does anyone else have a question for us?
What tarot deck should I bring with me to Parliament?
All of them. You're very welcome, Lynn.
Then I won't have any luggage room for clothes.
Probably your two or three. Hi, Loopy. Probably your two or three favorite decks.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Speaking of not room for clothes.
Can they see us?
Can who see us? Hi, Shirley. Yeah, we are doing 3-card draws. Yes, we can see you.
Well, we can't see your faces, but we can see your comments.
Yeah. You are very welcome, Renee. And yes, if anyone has a question for us, please go ahead and post it in chat. We can see your questions. Now, we cannot look through our screens to see you sitting in your home.
That
Or
would be a little creepy for my tastes.
it really would, or Starbucks, or the library, or wherever you may be.
I mean, if somebody was snooping on me in the library, that's okay. Oh, your favorite cat came to say hello, Mary.
Oh, hi there, Elvis. Okay, Shirley, go ahead and post your question. Loopy, I wish we could see your cats.
Huh?
5 cats. All right. Shirley, do you want to put a time frame on this?
Got bit by a mosquito, I think.
Okay, what kind of time frame? No, don't ship me any cats. Now, if you want to send some pictures, you're welcome to do so.
I already got one kitty. No, thank you.
Okay. Will Shirley walk again within 6 months? Okay, yeah, send pictures to Ed to send to us. Just a moment while I get shuffled up here.
I will say, Shirley, that my cards are not very good with medical advice. Um, so my cards are more about empowerment than physical change. So do not be surprised if they push against this. Which they have. So I pulled the Eight of Cups, which is departure, and moving away from those negative feelings that are no longer serving you. Um, so I'm gonna go with this as to say is to start embracing um your disability and your impairment. It is Disability Awareness Month. So I'm gonna say you're gonna take some action towards starting to embrace that, but still pushing on working towards that goal that you have to walk again, but really resonating with the Queen energy and wands, which is to be sovereign and content in this sort of obstacle that has been put ahead of you for right now. So I'm not seeing that you'll walk again in 6 months, but you will make great progress, whether it's emotionally, physically, or mentally, with this journey that's been placed ahead of you.
So the first card I drew is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is the grass is not always greener on the other side of the fence, is one way of looking at this card. It is talking about, in some situations, not throwing away what you have because you think something else is better. I don't think that really applies in your situation, but I would say to look for what in your situation is good. Not walking sucks. Not going to pretend that it doesn't, but there are other things in your life that are good. And the cards are saying to look for that. Next, I've got the Three of Swords. And threes are usually a card of good fortune. Swords are about action. So I'm going to say take what action you can. I don't know what advice to give you about working towards your situation, but whatever you can do to increase your health, work on it. Both in the physical realm and in the magical realm. And finally, we've got the Queen of Lamps. Queens are about water, lamps are about spirit. So this is seeing spirit through the lens of emotion. So work through your emotions around your situation and whatever lesson spirit is teaching. And that is what for you. And I hope you Okay. And Owl's Moon wants to know if their journal is lost or stolen. So just a moment here and we can do a reading for that. Okay, Shirley. Well, keep on doing what you are doing in therapy.
All right. So the next question was from
Owl's Moon.
Okay.
And did I lose my journal or was it taken? And hi, Rick's Wade. We can do a reading for you. There is one person ahead of you.
2.
Well, okay. We're going to do Owl's Moon, then L.
Right. And then there's a question from Loopy.
Well, Loopy, do you want a reading or are you asking L what they want out of a job?
All right. So we'll start with the journal. I'll go first.
Okay.
So I pulled the Devil, which obviously is about bondage, addiction, getting rid of things that no longer serve you, that are no longer of need to you, right? However, I also pulled 2 Pentacle cards, which obviously are about material gain, as you know. So the Ten of Pentacles, which is about legacy building, and then the Knight of Pentacles, which is about dependability. I'm going to say that I don't think your journal was stolen. I think your time in this specific journal was over. And your journal, instead of letting you hold on to it and maybe dwell on all the things you had worked on with it, it decided that your time was finished and it metaphorically grew legs and walked away. Meaning you lost it.
So my first card here is the Sun, which is normally a card of good fortune, which seems odd at first in this question, but I'm going to go with Brian here. You no longer need the journal. We have the Nine of Lamps, which again is, this one is about working on your spiritual journey. And then we have the Prince of Swords, which is about preparing for some opposition. So again, starting off with the Sun, I don't think someone took it. I think it's just gone.
As a person who journals aggressively and has left my journal home or left it at my mom's, I left my pencil case at my mom's this week. I know how upsetting that can be, but look on the bright side. Now you get to start a new one. I love a new cracked notebook. I love the first after you open it up.
The smell of a fresh notebook in the morning.
Sure, to go along with your coffee.
Yes. You are welcome, Owl's Moon. All right, Elle. So you're asking what kind of a job should you be looking for? Or what kind of work should you pursue? All righty.
I'm really hoping I just get like one court card right off the bat so I can do the Myers-Briggs tarot rendition.
Yes, libraries smell awesome.
Depending on
Unless
the library.
they've been reading books to toddlers, then possibly not so much.
Or some other things if you're in New York City. Just saying. Um, well,
Well, and possibly Al's moon, it will return when you need it.
oh. So this is a strange one. I feel like the universe is just really trying to test my tarot skills this evening.
Okay.
Would you like me to go first?
You may be the first.
So I pulled the star. So when I think about the star, which traditionally is around hope, it brings me to a place of helping others, whether it is like nursing or like charitable work or working with children, something where you're giving back and providing a sense of hope and love to other people regardless of their age. The moon, um when I think of jobs when it comes to the moon, I think of jobs that are at night. So I'm seeing like homeless shelter work or domestic violence shelter work. Something that, but also then I pulled the Wheel of Fortune. So, like, are you working like at a casino? Because this makes me think of casino work. But because of the other two cards, I'm going to say that it's somewhere in the human resources or human services area of work, something that is sort of an overnight gig that really brings a lot of hope and joy to other people. And if all else fails, you could sling cards. That's what I do.
All right. So the first card I've got is the Ten of Cups, which is the happy family card. And that goes along with the idea of social services, doing something that would be strengthening families, helping other people. Then I get the Queen of Wands. And with the Queen of Wands, we are, if we're personifying someone, then we're talking about a woman who is in control of her destiny. Wands, a lot of times,
Big boss
talk
lady.
about, I'm sorry,
The big boss lady.
big boss lady. So this is saying that you're looking for a management position or a position that would lead to management.
One of my favorite depictions of the Queen of Wands is actually a woman of color who is a lawyer sitting outside Columbia University's law school building. It's the one that is well known here in the city. But sitting next to her is a giant black panther.
Wow, that's powerful.
I'll have to pop that deck out next time I come to visit. That one I keep in the bedroom.
You really should. And finally, I have the Princess of Lamps. So this is spirit seen through Earth. And Earth is very stable and slow to move. And with spirit, of course, we're talking about the higher realm. So it's talking about building a foundation spiritually. So I would say that whatever you're going to do, with given the idea that you're going to be working to help people, spirituality could be translated as mental here, I think, and helping people build a firm foundation. So I hope that's helpful.
Hi,
Hey,
Fluffy.
Fluffy. And then next up, we've got Rick Swade, who asked for a reading. Rick Swade, do you have a question, specific question, or do you want a general reading? Hey, Loopy, you are next. Hey, Fluffy, if we can get to you, I've got two people ahead of you. And I'm only going to do a reading for Joe if Joe is present.
All right.
Hey, Rick Swade, are you still with us? Okay, Rick Swade, are you still there? All right. I think we're going to skip Rick Swade at this point since they are not answering. And then Loopy has a question. And Robin has a question. And then Fluffy and Joe have questions. All right. Okay, Loopy. You are welcome, Elle. I'm glad it was helpful. Okay. Loopy wants to know why they were given the skills they were given. Hi there, plucky little poppet. This is Tarot Thursday. So we are live at 9 Central, 10 Eastern every Thursday.
Well, Mary is. I come by.
I'm live. I have assorted guests to help me read. And shameless plug, tomorrow night at 8 is Everything Psychic with Gail and Mary, and our guest Jules will be talking about tea leaf reading.
Oh, fun.
All right. Loopy, do you want to go first? Do you want me to, Brian?
I will let you go first.
All right, so the first card I've got for you is the King of Pentacles. So this represents someone who is in a good position in the material realm. You have the resources you need to accomplish what you need to do, and you know how to use them wisely. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Of course, cups are around our emotions, and queens are ruled by water. So this is talking about being in a good place concerning where your emotions are. And then finally, we have the Three of Pentacles. And this is also talking about prosperity. So that's it, Loopy. Your skills are there for you to use to bring about stability and prosperity.
I think this is the first time our readings have not agreed. So I pulled the Magician, which is about manifestation. I pulled the Wheel of Fortune, which is karmatic energy, is how I interpret it. And then the King of Cups, which is about not wisdom, but like that sarcastic, witty nature. So you have the gifts you have essentially because you asked for them in some way, shape, or form. You have acquired the skills to which you have asked for, and the goddess has provided them, just not told you why. These cards are in rare form this evening, folks.
They are. You know, Loopy, when I read your question, the first thing that came to mind was you have them to use them. Plucky, well, we look forward to having you watch us on Pagan World TV. And I hope you'll be joining us often. And then Robin is next. And Robin is asking about the motivations of two people in their life.
All right.
Let's see what we got here, Robin.
I can go if you'd like.
You can go.
So I pulled the Six of Swords, which, as you see, is someone literally escaping with another person on a boat. So, and then the Knight of Wands, right, which is being brave. So, there are two people in your life that you're starting to question, but you need to essentially come to your own conclusions, and once you come to those conclusions, stick to them, because there's always that possibility that you could be right. Where the Two of Wands is sort of someone looking out on their kingdom and seeing what they've created. You also essentially have to pick and choose the people who stay in your life as you're building your own kingdom. So if you're questioning that, you need to stick to your own guts.
Okay. So the first card I have is the Princess of Swords. So here we have the energy of swords viewed through Earth. So you've got stability or maybe even being frozen versus action. So I'm getting the sense you're kind of feeling like you don't know how to move in this situation. Next, I've got the Five of Lamps. And this is showing a woman preparing to take a vision, go out into the forest and do a vision quest. So that is telling you it's time to seek help from your spirit guides, from deity, from your higher self, however you do that on your spiritual path. And finally, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is someone in deep contemplation about their previous choices and how they're going to move forward. So, similar to what Brian got, but it is time to dig in deep and consider what you need to do and who you need to keep in your life. The cards are rarely, if ever, going to come right out and say, check them to the curb. Because tarot gives us signposts, but does not just tell us what to do.
Unless you're specifically like asking yes or no questions. Yeah, my cards are very like choose your own adventure and here's how.
Yes. Okay, Robin. Well, I'm glad you found that helpful. And hi, Arlie. We got 2 more readings before you. We will get to you if we possibly have time, okay? So we will do a general reading for Fluffy and then for Joe. Oh, got a jumper. Oh my God. Excuse me, folks.
It jumped, huh?
All righty. Just in case you ever wondered if spirit is behind this, this is the card that jumped for Fluffy.
So
Fluffy,
that's
your
that
card
on that,
jumped.
Fluffy. Reading over. You're done.
Reading over. I'll pull 2 more, but first card. It's about overcoming obstacles, because that's what you told me it meant.
And that's what you do. So there you go.
And I shuffled these, but I've got the King of Pentacles coming back up. And that is talking about being in a good position in the material realm. And the Queen of Cups, which is talking about being, I don't want to say being in control of your emotions doesn't convey the right. Being aware of your emotions and not being controlled by them explains it better. Being in a good place emotionally.
I don't have any fluffy cards for you. Well, I do have fluffy cards, but not specifically the fluff to go with my cards. But I pulled Temperance, which is obviously about balance. So I feel like you're in a really good place. You're balancing all of your responsibilities, taking time for yourself, enjoying life. You're reaping the victory of that new place you're living in with Joe. And I also pulled the Ace of Cups, right? So like this new sense of adventure, this new adventure, if you will, of just being in a calm place in your life where there's not much to worry about.
Joe says you're properly balanced because you're wrapping your prosthetic leg. All righty.
Well, sometimes my cards just, vibe. All right, so it's Joe next, right?
Yeah. All right. Now we're going to do a general for Joe.
Okay. Fluffy, does Joe like to be the one in charge? And always on the go, 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 go? Is he like the Energizer Bunny? Does he just perpetually like to be on the go? Okay, because some big masculine authority person is coming down on Joe's neck, which makes him want to well, in this case, it for me the chariot is like flooring it on the interstate highway because someone's annoying you, and the fastest thing to do is get the hell out of Dodge. So, oh yes, always busy. So there you go, busy, busy, busy. But he needs to take more time for his sensual side. So less busy, 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 go, 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 and more stopping to smell the roses and maybe drinking some wine. Tell him you need a date night.
This should involve pie.
Pie works. Elvis is here to tell us it's the end of our hour.
We are. So the first card I've got is body.
Oh.
And with body, we are looking at the physical being, and with how do I want to put this? Focusing on what's most important, I think, is what I'm getting here. So, priorities, that's what I'm getting. Then we've got the Seven of Lamps. And this is talking about cleansing and dealing with cleansing yourself of emotional baggage is what I'm feeling here. And then finally, we have the Six of Wands, which is talking about a partnership. It could be a marriage, or it could be some other type of partnership, but it's talking about you need help moving forward. You will only achieve what you're trying to do working with other people. So I hope that is helpful for both of you, and we are at the top of the hour now. So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. This is Tarot Thursday. We'll be back again next week. I will be. And I will have a special guest with me. Won't be Brian. He'll be with Pink on a trapeze. Aw, thanks, Fluffy. I love you both too.
Yay.
So thanks
Fluffy.
again for joining us, and everyone, blessed be.